Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
Absolutely. Listen, thank you guys so much for joining another episode of Let's Conversate with Josh and Sharon, where we're just real people.
Hey, dealing with real issues
Absolutely. So tell somebody
to tell somebody.
that Josh and Sharon is on with another episode of Let's Conversate with Josh and Sharon.
Hey,
What's going on?
oh, nothing much. How are you?
Oh man, this has been a great day, right?
It has.
Second Saturday in November.
That's right.
It's getting close to the end of these holidays.
Sound like you ready for the holidays to end.
I'm ready for them to disappear just as well as they came in here.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You know why I'm ready for them to disappear?
Why?
'Cause I'm tired of spending my money.
Oh, what?
Yes, sir. I'm tired of spending that money.
Oh, my.
What's going on with you?
Hey, I'm blessed.
Absolutely. We're blessed by the best, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. So tell the good people what we talking about today.
Okay. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Dream killers.
Dream killers. Oh.
You want to hear it again?
One more time.
Dream killers.
Oh, dream killers. Oh, yes. Talking about them dream slayers.
Oh, wow.
Kill your dream. Y'all hear what I'm talking about? Them dream killers. They will kill your dream. Oh, man. So let's dive into it.
Hey, well, let's dive in.
You ready? So listen, so today we are coming at you guys. We're talking about dream killers because have you ever had an ideal or something that you had a burning desire, a passion to do, and the instant you took it to somebody in your core group that you thought that you could share even your most sensitive subjects with, and going into that conversation, you was excited about it.
Okay.
But when you left out, you felt
discouraged.
Very discouraged. These are identified, bona fide,
Oh, okay.
triple line
Dream killers.
dream killers. So that's what we talking about today, y'all. Listen, we are talking about these dream killers, and we're diving back in, with another episode right here of your Saturday morning's best show, podcast show, Conversate with Josh and Sharon, right here on your YouTube dial. So listen, I'm serious. I am to the point, and it took me a while, right, to get over, this, because for years I have, and I'm talking about myself, I have struggled and dealing with people that anytime you bring an ideal that God may have given you, right?
Yeah.
Now listen to me good. To better your life, to better those that are around you, life, your loved ones, your children, family members, even closest friends, right?
Okay.
He might have given you the vision of owning a business, right?
Yes.
A particular kind of business. He might have given you the vision. I said vision, but we're dealing with dreams, dream killers. Giving you a dream of, starting a ministry, or feeding the homeless, or even as small as purchasing a car, purchasing a home.
Yeah.
These are dreams that, the average American have.
That's right.
To be financially able. These are dreams. And I am over the fact of taking the valuable information that was sourced out to me by God, right?
Yeah.
To people that doesn't even line up with what you even talking about.
Yeah.
God gave it to us, right? But we always spending our time going to other people to get
their opinions.
Right, and to get validation.
You don't need validation from people.
No, because most of the time, the people that you're going to talking about it, and then you spend your time going from this person to that person to that person to that person, and you keep getting all sorts of responses, right? And after a while, what you're gonna find yourself in the situation of confusion
That's right.
because you already knew going into it that God has showed it to you in a specific way.
Sometimes you have to study to be quiet.
Absolutely. My grandma used to say it like this. She used to say, zip it up, right? Zip it, right? Hold it to your chest. Because sometimes we talk too much.
You're right.
I'm serious. And I had to learn, and I keep going back to me. I had to learn this the hard way because I used to always seek, and come on, man, let's talk about honesty here, right?
Yeah.
I used to always seek validation
Mm-hmm.
and people approval over something that they had no control over.
Wow.
I used to always seek people advice and what they had to say. And most of the people that you ask their opinion, watch this here now, y'all. I try to keep it clean, but they don't got a pot to pee in and a window to throw it out of. But they got so much to say about what you do in your life.
Yeah.
And the reason why they have so much to say about what you do in your life is because usually it's you, right?
Yeah.
Me, us, we the one who take our valuable information, vital information that God have sourced us with, and we take it and go all around the block seeking validation and seeking other people stamp of approval that they don't have the authority to stamp.
That's right.
Right?
That's
and
right.
God's sitting over here like, hold on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one who sourced this out to you, but yet you going to everybody seeking advice instead of coming to the source.
Consulting me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and it took me a while to get to this point, Sharon. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we go back to the source who gave it to us, doesn't that person know best about it?
That's right.
Right?
That's right. You're right.
Other people might know things. If I got a BMW, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can go to Firestone. I can go to Jiffy Lube. Matter of fact, I went to Jiffy Lube one time with my car, and I took it to, and they didn't even know how to change the oil in it. This guy didn't even know that the BMW, the 7 Series, it doesn't even have a dipstick, right? Yeah. So he all up under the hood, and I ain't know no better myself either. I'm driving something at the time. I ain't know no better, and but he should have known better. He's a mechanic, right? He's down there searching for a dipstick that don't even exist. So sometimes I say that to say sometimes it's best to go back to the source,
the manufacturer. Yeah,
absolutely. Go back to the source of where it came from.
That's right.
To get the right diagnostic of the problem.
Oh, you better say so.
And what we do with our dreams a lot of time, instead of going back to the source, right? God give a lot of us good dreams, right?
Yes.
To be, to be entrepreneurs, own businesses, own franchises, or whatever the case may be. People look at you, that even in your own circle, the ones that you think that should have your back, the ones that you think, that should be supporting you, the ones that you think that are going to give you the right, answers that continue to allow you to climb that elevator, climb them stairs of positive vibes, or climb them stairs of positive motivation to continue to go on the higher heights, of succeeding what God had given to you. And a lot of times we find ourselves running into a flight of stairs that got a landing level. And on them landing levels is the people that we run to. And sometimes we get there stuck asking for their advice over something that God gave us, and we never go no higher. We get stuck right there. And sometimes a lot of us are de-escalate and come back down.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah. And we won't even pursue no further because we have ran into them dream killers. And them dream killers killed the dream.
Yeah.
But we allowed them to kill the dream. And that ain't cool. You know what I mean? So I strongly advise each and every one of you that if you have a dream, right? Now, let me say this here first. Let me put our disclaimer out there. We don't have all the answers.
No, we don't.
We don't even act like we have all the answers.
No.
But we know somebody that do got all the answers.
That's right.
That's Christ Jesus,
yes.
right? And he got all the answers. But all we can offer is a conversation. So that's all we having right now is just a conversation. And we're talking about things that need to be talked about, right?
Yes, you're right.
Right. So all things family here with us, It's all about family. And we come to you with this stuff from a Christian point of view, right? But we look at it from a family standpoint. What would best help our family to be a better family? What would best help our family to be a more successful family?
Yeah.
Not only tangible things, but spiritual things as well.
Yes.
And faith starts within you.
Right.
You have to have the faith. That I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can achieve. I'm more than a conqueror, right? And therefore, the best way to stay in that attitude is to not share everything that God give you with everybody. That's the best way I can say that.
That's right.
Because everybody's not going to have your best interests at heart.
They're not.
I'm being honest, because some people, you want to believe it or not, some people will hate. I'm talking about not. I'm going to touch into some things now. I'm talking about in your inner circle. I ain't talking about them folks outside. They could care less what you do, whether you go in or coming, right? For the most part. Yeah. But a lot of the time, a lot of our discouragement and a lot of our shortcomings and our failures to succeed comes from those that we have right in our inner circle.
You're right.
And them are the people that I'm talking about. A lot of them are the people that you need to just shut out. Right? When it comes down to doing God business, right? Because whether you're an entrepreneur on your own business or whether you in ministry, feeding the homeless, pastoring, whatever you got going on, it's supposed to be God business, right? Everything is supposed to be a form of discipleship, right? Mm-hmm. Leading people to Christ. And whatever you're doing, you ain't got to be standing up in nobody's pulpit preaching to be doing God business, right? You could be doing God business just by dropping in on somebody and seeing how they doing. Hey, I come to bless you with a hug today. I come to bless you with some love today. I come to bless you with a meal today. I come to bless you with some finances today. That's everything about it is doing God business. And a lot of time, even these
work.
Yes. And then a lot of times these people that claim they got it, and they claim they're saved, claim they're born again, baptized believers, those are sometimes the most, let me see. Some of these people are sometimes the most dream killing people that you can meet. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of them be afraid that you're going to succeed and they're left behind.
Or outdo them.
When it shouldn't even be about that, Yeah. We should always glorify in someone else's success, that God is blessing someone else, that God is elevating someone else.
That's right.
As holy people, right? Yeah. And I know all my audience is not.
Because today may be their season, but tomorrow may be yours.
Absolutely. If we glorify in somebody else's success, mm-hmm. right, and somebody else good gifts,
yeah,
somebody else getting ahead, mm-hmm. right?
Yeah.
If we rejoice in that, then God will bless us.
That's right.
But I'm telling y'all, I'm just being honest. In that inner circle, y'all better listen. If you don't hear nothing else I'm saying today, reevaluate your inner circle.
Your inner circle.
Yeah. If you wonder why you got a dream and your dream seems like it's just being held up and it's not prospering, you like, Lord, I'm ready. I'm in the receiving mode. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to get out and do it. And you wonder why nothing is happening. It's probably more than likely because you have forgotten the source that gave you the dream and it gave you the vision. You have went to everybody else seeking validation, right, from them, right, and you have allowed them to kill what God have put in you.
And sometimes it's not always them. It can be self as well.
Absolutely,
it can be self.
That's a good point. But and matter of fact, on the other side of this right here, we're gonna talk about that. All right, watch this here, real quick. So before we went into that, you was just talking about a lot of times it could be self.
Yes, self-sabotage.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good word. Self-sabotage, right?
Yes.
And then there is a thing called self-inflicted wounds. So a lot of times, right, we always want to blame others. I know the first quarter of the show, we talked about others and how others can kill your dreams, right? And that is true. Other folk can kill your dreams by you going to them all the time, sharing things with them instead of keeping things to your vest. Sometimes it's best to keep it to your vest, and therefore when it manifests itself, then others can know.
That's
But
right.
when in the baby stages of it, in the milk stages, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And the milk stages of it, sometimes it's not best to share it with everybody else because and a lot of different people because if they say the wrong thing that disencourage you, then by you being in your milk stages of it, it can very well cause you to rethink what you knew that God had already gave
Yeah.
you to do.
They
And
make
this
you
is
question.
absolutely, and this is why we have delay in achieving our dreams.
That's right.
But Sharon here was bringing up about self
Sabotage.
sabotage. We sabotage ourselves a lot of times because a lot of times we don't have what you got motivation. What you got? What's your number one is?
Well, my number one is fear of failure.
That is fear of failure. We always a lot of times say, well, I don't know if I'm going to do this here because I don't want to do it this year because it might not happen the way I wanted it to happen, or I don't have enough money to do it. None of us don't really have enough money to do what we're doing, but at some point you got to be a faith walker.
Yeah, that's right.
Am I right or wrong?
Oh, you're right.
At some point you got to have faith.
Yeah. Step out on faith.
Absolutely. So you can what was it again?
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. Having fear of failure. Man, that's a pretty big one. Man, I would do it, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know. I don't have nobody to support me. If I waited on everybody, right, that I know that I felt like could have supported me to support me, then we wouldn't even be here right now talking on this podcast.
Yeah.
People will. Matter of fact, the question, the thought wasn't even about people, but people will put you in the state of mind of thinking that if they're not involved, if they're not doing anything, then you're not going to be successful. You can't do it by yourself. You're right. A lot of things we can't do by ourselves. That's why we got to go to our greater help. And it surely ain't you. Because matter of fact, when I evaluate what you've been doing lately, it ain't been really amounting to anything. So why am I talking to you anyway about what God has showed me? The point is, we need to stop talking to everybody about what God has showed us and go to God. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Hold your thought right there, dear heart, and let's go to this. Let's go to this next segment right here of you don't forget to pray moment. Hey, it's another segment that we added to the show. It's your don't forget to pray moment. We got Sharon over here. Tell them why they don't need to forget to pray.
Today, don't forget to pray moment is brought to you by your girl Katrina at Motivated to Shine, where her mission is motivating your shine every day. She can be reached at www.motivatedtoshine.com. Also, I want to leave with you today a scripture, 2 Timothy 1:7. But God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Again, that scripture is 2 Timothy 1:7. Now back to today's podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sharon, for that. So listen, back to what we was talking about here. We was focusing on, some of the thoughts that Sharon going to share with us about, self-sabotage, because a lot of people sabotage themselves, right? We really quick to blame others, for our shortcomings, and killing our vision, killing our dreams, whatever the case may be. But once we have been delivered from people, we have to also be weary of a second murderer, right? Because the number one murderer, one murderer. I wouldn't say the number one murderer is that of another person. The number one murderer is yourself, right? Because if you don't kill yourself, nobody else can kill you. Hey, y'all hear me? If you don't do it to yourself, can't nobody else do it. But when you set in your mind that I'm more than a conqueror,
That's right.
huh? When you set up in your mind, I can do all things,
That's right.
right? When you set up in your mind that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, huh? When you set these things up in your mind, no matter what nobody else say, nobody else do, they cannot kill what God has set in you.
That's right.
Right? What's your next one you got there?
Fear of success.
Fear of success. That goes right in hand with the last one we just did. Don't fear,
That's right.
success. Don't fear that you won't be successful.
You'll never know that you can achieve something until you step outside of your comfort zone.
I agree. You have
Sometimes outside of your comfort zone is the greater blessing.
Absolutely. And sometimes that comfort zone could be that circle of people.
And when it comes to that, then if in your circle is more negativity, then you need to change that circle and get them out of there.
Absolutely. Listen, everybody in your circle, right? And I'm serious. I would strongly encourage everybody that's listening to this show today. I would strongly encourage you. If you don't remember anything I say, I want you to do this one practice for me. I want you to sit back, evaluate, and reevaluate everybody that's on your everyday routine call list, right? Well, somebody might say, well, I don't have that many people. I don't call a lot of people. Okay, good for you. Then you only have the one murderer. Well, that's yourself, right? But a lot of people dealing with the two murderers. They're dealing with the murder of people that's killing the dream, right?
And self.
And then they're dealing with the murder of self. Now, that murder of self is the number one murder. So if you that person that say, well, I don't have friends like that, I don't call people, I don't have a circle, I don't run with a lot of people. Okay, so then if you still finding it hard to be successful and you still finding it hard to launch what God have told you to launch, and you still lagging, you still behind, and you wondering why they have not come to fulfillment yet, it's probably because you're sabotaging.
Yeah.
Good word. Self-sabotaging. What else we got?
Another one is lack of work ethic.
See, we can't be lazy.
No.
And that's the problem. People get lazy.
Yeah.
And there's a such thing as called the window of opportunity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's a window of opportunity. And I done heard people say, Sharon, I heard people say, well, nobody window of opportunity ever closes. As long as you're still living above ground, you always have a chance to be whatever you want to be. That's true to an extent. But then there's a degree that is not true, because there is a thing called age, and there's a thing called what I used to do in my 20s, I can't do too much in my 30s. And if I can do it in my 30s, certainly when I'm in my 40s, I can't do what I did in my 20s. And I'm a prime example of that, because I remember when I was in my 20s, I could stand up to a chain link fence at somebody's house and literally just leap from one spot over that fence. Now I have to take my belly, I have to take my belly, my hips, my arms, and my legs, and grab that fence and hurt myself all up just to crawl over that same fence. Can't do it no more. So the window of opportunity have closed, right? It might not be all the way closed because I might be still able to get over the fence. But as I get older, that window of opportunity is closed. And that's the same thing with your dreams, right? God gave you a dream, gave you a strategy to do it. But instead of you doing what he told you to do, you spent a lot of time going around that circle. There you go. Appointed time. You have an appointed time. You have a mandate of things that you have to get done. A lot of us, we don't have that work ethic and we're lazy and we sit back and we just think that, it's just supposed to fall unto us. God, why haven't it happened? Why haven't it happened? And have you forgotten that there's a thing called faith without works is dead?
That's just like you may want a job, but if you never put in the application, how are you going to get that job?
Yeah, absolutely. And for you lottery players out there, you say you want to be rich and you want to win the lottery, you don't never buy a ticket. I ain't promoting no lottery now. I'm just saying now. Listen, y'all don't beat me up. I ain't promoting no lottery. I'm just using an example. Let me be quiet. Don't talk too much. Ain't gonna talk. This is I'm talking to you. Talk too much now. I'm just being honest, right?
Yeah.
We have to have passion for what we want to do. We can't expect, and here's the problem. A lot of people, they go into other people seeking validation from other people about what God told them to do, and they want other people to be their passion And they want, are you? Let me say it this other way. You want your passion to be their passion, but they might not be as passionate about what you're supposed to be passionate about for yourself.
That's true.
Did I say that right?
Mhm. See, God already knows the gifts and the talents that's in you.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever He gives you, just put it like this: you may see a shoe store. Of course, they got the Nike,
Mm-hmm.
they got the Reebok, they got the Adidas. But if He told you to do something to launch a shoe business, then you launch yours. You get what I'm saying? Don't be discouraged because you see them and their business is prospering. There's a season for everything.
And that's a big problem. Everybody looking at what everybody else is doing. Can't look about. You got to be authentic. What is it? What the word is? Authentic. Right. And you got to be yourself. You got to be original. Right. Be original. You know, with what God told you to do. Don't be trying to mimic what everybody else doing. Listen, with us with this podcast, there's a lot of people that's out there online. Everybody that's out there doing their own things. Different people have different shows, Facebook Lives and everything. But this is Let's Conversate with Josh and Sharon. We are just who we are. We just set up the way God have given it to us. We had a vision, and we didn't go around, trying to see what everybody else has got going on. Mike, Boo Boo, and Poo Poo, and JoJo them got going on. We just stayed focused on what God told us to do, and this is, this is the outcome of it, right? And we want to go higher. We're gonna continue to go higher, but we're not sitting around waiting on everybody to validate what we know that God had already told us to do. Mm-hmm. Because if we sit around and wait on everybody, I would never have been, a owner of a moving company. I would have never been an owner of 2 different lawns. I would never have been a pastor. I would never have went to seminary school. I would never have done all the things that I have done, not boasting about it, but I just stopped listening to people, right? And because people will always give you a no to everything and rarely a yes. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can be successful. Yes, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Yes, you're more than a conqueror. Yes, you are the light at the top of it. Yes, you are the salt of the earth. Yes, you are favored beyond measures with God. You're not getting all those yeses. You're getting a lot of, no, I wouldn't do that right there. No, there are too many people doing that. You don't need to do that. No, somebody else already got that idea. No, that's what you mostly get. And it discourages you. Yeah. Right? And if you on milk, it'll really discourage you to the fact that you just won't even do it. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest about the situation. Listen, on the other side of these shout outs, we're going to ask Sharon to give us one more, and then we're going to get up out of here, right? All right, so let's see what these shout outs talking about. All right, it's time for these shout outs once again. Listen, if you're in the Orlando area, New Chief Cornerstone, they are located at 820 South Park Avenue, Winter Garden, Florida, under the leadership of Dr. Clarita M. James and Pastor Norman James. If you're in that Orlando area and you need a church to attend, stop in. Tell them Josh and Sharon sent you. Also, Christ the Redeemer Ministry, 4721 East Moody Boulevard, Palm Coast, Florida, under the leadership of Apostle Robert and Betty Davenport. Listen, stop in. If you're in the Palm Coast area, see Pastor Davenport. Listen, if you want to church here in Tennessee, the Church of Churches, yes, that is none other than New Hope Church of God in Christ, 303 South University Street, under the leadership of Pastor Anthony and Lady Graham. This is a Church of Churches where you can clap your hands, stomp your feet. Come on to New Hope. Yes, New Hope. Also, we want to just thank everybody that supports us, that always show love to this podcast. We thank you wherever you are. It means the world to us. So keep liking, subscribing, and sharing. All right. So come on with it, Sharon. You got one more for us before we get out of here. What you got?
Excuses.
Absolutely. But that's befitting to, end the show where, listen, you guys, stop making excuses for why you're not succeeding. Less time we spend making excuses, the more time we spend putting in an effort, it will get us closer to the vision or the dream that we have to
Dream,
be
yeah.
successful in life, right?
Mhm.
You know, the time and the energy that we spend saying that I can't because why?
You have to speak positive information over yourself.
Absolutely. And we spend more time speaking positive into our own self and stop seeking validation from other people and worried about what other people say and how other people perceive us, then we'll move forward. A lot of times your best support, right, and your best help will come from people you don't even know,
That's right.
or people you don't know that well. They will support you better most times and more most times with what you're trying to do than those that are in your circle. So this is why it's very important that we reevaluate our circle
That's
and
right.
do some cleaning, right?
Yeah.
Do some spring cleaning in that circle. Eliminate some folk. I ain't saying you got to eliminate people totally out your life, but you need to eliminate them out your business, right?
That's right.
Because a lot of people that's trying to advise you and give you, and that's the yay and the naysayers and the judge, jury, and lawyers over your life. If you really take their life under microscope, their life really don't amount up to what you're trying to do and what your passion is for.
That's right.
So there you have it, right?
That's it.
What was it? Excuses.
Excuses.
So let's stop these excuses. Let's move forward and let's stop killing our own dreams. The biggest killer of the dream is yourself.
Yourself. Start speaking positivity.
Absolutely. And let's just stay focused, right?
Mhm.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's coming to that time that we got to get up out of here. Y'all know how I do. Yes, I'm excited about what God got for me. You got to be excited about what God got for you. Don't expect other people to get excited for you. You get excited. When I come into church, I come in with my own praise. I don't look around the church trying to see who praising. I praise. Hallelujah. So that's what I do. I'm sorry, y'all. You know me. I'm not acting. I make no apologies when the Lord dealing with me. You know, and the Lord is always, dealing with me. Because I love Him because He first loved me. Yes. So listen, you guys. It's always fun, but we got to run. I did that. There you go.
We gotta go.
We got to get up out of here. So listen, second Saturday here in the month of November 2022. Y'all go do what y'all do. We don't want to take up your whole day, but we always glad y'all come to be a part of Let's Conversate with Josh and Sharon, where we're just what?
Real people.
Dealing with what? Real issues. Absolutely. So listen, tell somebody when Josh and Sharon is on.
That's right.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and hit that bell notification. Absolutely. Until next time, listen, before I let you go, I would like to say this right here. I don't say this all the time, but I will say it this time. If you like what we're doing and you like the content that we're putting out, we do put information up for you guys to be a blessing financially towards us. That way we can continue to keep this going, get better equipment, and reach more people. So listen, if you do, God bless you. And we thank you for your support. And until next time, tell somebody when Josh and Sharon is on. That's right. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.